The European Settlement Scheme will be rolled out in its official capacity on the 30th of March 2019. For the moment, the government have rolled it out in a pilot scheme that went live to the public on the 21st of January. For the moment, you need to download an app on an Android device in order to make use of the European Settlement Scheme. At the moment, the app asks for 3 questions that you need to answer. The first one is nationality. Second is how long have you lived in the country? And then the third one is in relation to criminal convictions. In terms of how long you've lived in the country, you can apply for settlement, which is the period where you've lived at least 5 years or more in the UK. And for that, you apply for settlement. And for those that have lived in the UK less than 5 years, you apply for pre-settlement. The government are, in order to reduce the number of paperwork, literally data sharing with HM Revenue and Custom and the Department for Works and Pensions in order to minimise the amount of information that the individual will need to use. At the moment, I'm seeing that the information that they have on the app is 6 years from today in terms of tax documents. In terms of cost, at the moment the pilot scheme still charges a fee of £65 per adult and £32.50 per child. However, that money will be refunded to you. In terms of who does not need to apply, Irish nationals are the only EU nationals that are not required to apply. They can if they want to. In respect of the deadline, assuming we leave the European Union with a deal, then EU nationals in the UK with their family members will have until the end of June 2021 to apply. And in the event of a no-deal scenario, you will have until December, the end of December 2020 to apply. Those eligible to apply are European citizens with valid passports, European passports that have the biometric chip, and non-European Union family members who hold a residence card issued on the basis of being in a relationship with a EU citizen. Unfortunately, if you are a Swiss national, Liechtenstein, Iceland or from Norway, you will not be able to make use of the pilot scheme. Alternatively, there are 13 locations across the country where if you do not have a mobile device, an Android device, you can attend any of these 13 locations where the specific local authorities will assist you because they have the mobile devices with the necessary software. If you're living in London, the closest 2 local authorities that can assist is the local authority of Hackney and Southwark, and they both charge a fee for this service. Once you've downloaded the EU Exit ID Document Check app, you will need the following. It's important to note that you must be in the UK at the time you apply. You will need to have with you your email address, a national insurance number, if you have one, a mobile telephone number, a UK residential address that includes a postcode, a permanent residence document if you have one, and that only applies if you've lived here 5 years or more and applied to the Home Office to obtain one. A debit or a credit card. Again, as I've said before, the application fee will be refunded once the Home Office have processed their application. EU citizens, they need to have current passports that have the biometric chip symbol, or non-EU family members who are in the UK on the basis of a relationship with an EU citizen and have obtained a biometric residence card. You will need a mobile device, an Android phone that has near-field communication, so effectively the equivalent of an Android 6 phone or above, with your passport that carries the biometric chip. So, to reiterate, you will need your passport with your biometric chip, and your Android phone with the near-field communication and the app that you've downloaded. So once the document has been checked, you will be asked to take a photo and also facial features that will be scanned in. At that point, you do not need to actually complete the rest of the application process on the app. In fact, you can then use a laptop or a smartphone to complete the rest of the application process. However, should you so choose, you can continue to complete the rest of the application on the app. In terms of the decision making, some of these applications can be decided almost immediately. However, in the majority of cases, it could also be within a 2-week decision time. Once the decision is made, it will all be electronic and you will not receive a sticker visa in a passport.